Chances are you need to level up. My name is Lee Hayes. I'm the founder of Path to the Main Stage, where I help speakers get on more stages. And I'll bet you need to level up if you're not finding enough speaking gigs. And what I mean is you don't need to level up your skill level. You need to go to the next level of people who are in mode to hire you. What do I mean by that? Most speakers focus on the end user, which is where you should be. That's who your message is for, right? Your book probably focuses on an individual, being useful to an individual, or focuses on a business owner, or on a component of a business, or maybe on sales or techniques. And same thing if you have a podcast. Say you have a podcast or a radio show or a Facebook Live event. You're aimed to the end user, right? The person who's getting information from you, the person who is getting value from what you're saying. But the thing is, I've had podcasters and authors come to me and say, I have this great audience. I get 25,000 downloads on my podcast. I've sold 100,000 books. How come I'm not getting hired? I don't get it. Here's the thing. The people who you are targeting are the people who want to hear your message. But they're not the people who arrange the events for the people who get your message. They're not the people supporting the people who get your message. If you want to speak to the sales team, because sales is what you do, and all these salespeople listen to your podcast and read your books and love your techniques, but you're not talking to the director of the department or the vice president of production, you're probably speaking to the wrong person. Those aren't the people who are reading your books necessarily, but they are the people who hire the trainers to train their staff or hire the people who come into the events. So what you need to focus on is getting your materials not to your end user, but to the next level up. And that might be as simple as, it's never simple, going to your audience maybe when you're podcasting and saying, if you like my material, tell your boss. Or if you're going to such and such an event, please recommend me. Same thing with books. The people who are buying your books are not necessarily the people who are going to hire you. Think about how you can get your book up to the next level. How can you get your book on sales techniques for the beginner into the vice president of sales' hands? She's not going to read your book. She's not a beginner. You need to send her your book and say, look what I can do for your staff. So think about who is the next level and how can get you your information to them so that they can hire you to speak to your end user who needs your message. You can do it. Just level up. If this was helpful, make sure you're on my email list so you get a tip every week. And check out Path to the Main Stage, and I'll see you on more stages.